Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Timmy Kemza James. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to draft a basic dress pattern. So this is strictly a beginner friendly dress pattern for beginners. So from this dress pattern, you can basically just draft any pattern or sew anything of your choice. So without much ado, let's get into the pattern. So I have this one and it's a little bit long. So I also have my pattern master, which I'm going to be using. This is one thing you really would want to get because it's very versatile for you to use in making your patterns. So I'll be using a marker as well as a tape, then a paper scissors. So first thing you want to do is to get your basic body measurement, right? And I'll be explaining more of the measurements as I go into the pattern. So the length of my pattern paper that I have is around 39.5. So I'm going to be, so that will just be the length of our dress, guys. So if you want it longer, you can go ahead and tape down extra pattern paper on the lower side of this side so you could have your desired length. But for now, this is what we are working with. So we are going to assume that this pattern paper is on fold, guys. So we're assuming this pattern paper is on fold. It's not on fold, but we're assuming it's on fold, and we're working on 1/4 of the body. So what we are going to be marking first is our neck measurement, which the standard neck. So we're going to start by marking the neckline. So I'm not leaving any baseline because I want to use all the length of the fabric. So we're starting with 3 inches. That is half of, don't forget we're working on half of the front side or half of the back side right now. So this is 3 inches. Then the standard shoulder for an adult is 16 inches, so we'll divide that by 2, which is 8 inches as well. If your shoulder measurement is wider, I'll show you how to do it, and if it's lesser, I'll also show you how to do it. So from this 8-inch point, you come down by 1 inch, which will make for your shoulder slant. Now you know the shoulder is not straight, so you connect that point to the 3-inch neckline. Now if your shoulder is wider than 16, what you do after making this slant is to extend the slant like so and continue your measurement on the slanted line like that. And if yours is lesser than 16, you also take out some of the measurements from the 8-inch point coming upwards. So assuming your measurement, your neckline is 14 inches, from this 8-inch point where you have your shoulder slant, you're going to take out 1 inch out of the 8-inch. So your shoulder measurement will be around here, right? And if it's wider, it goes further like so. According to your number, divide by 2. So now we are going to be marking our vertical measurement. So the next thing we are going to be marking now is our chest line. So from your shoulder to your chest, which is also going to double as your armhole, is what I'm going to be marking now. So you just take that measurement for yourself. So the next thing is to mark your bust point measurement. That's your nipple point. Then you're going to be marking your under bust measurement, which is immediately under your bust. Then you're going to be marking your affluence measurement, which is somewhere around your belly button. So just slightly before your belly button is your affluence measurement. Then the next measurement is going to be your hip measurement, which is the distance from your shoulder to your hip, and then the length of your dress. So I'll come over to this side to mark the same things that I've marked on that side. So my chest, my bust point, my under bust, my affluence, and my hip, right? So we are just going to go ahead and connect these lines. We are going to square them out. So here we go, our hip, our affluence point, which is around our belly button, then our under bust measurement, which is immediately under our cup or our bust or the breast. So the bust point, which is the nipple point, and we have the chest measurement, which is here like so. So this is it. So this is what we have. So on this chest line now, we are going to be marking our bust measurement, 1/4 of our bust measurement on the chest line, right? So we'll mark 1/4 of our bust measurement like so, and you come down to your affluence point. Now let's label it. This is our chest line, this is our bust point, this is our under bust, this is our affluence and our hip line, then that's the hem of the dress. Now on your affluence point, you will mark your waist circumference, or your waist circumference or your affluence circumference. So these are now our horizontal measurements. Then you mark a quarter of your hip line, or your hip measurement on your hip line. So if you have a hip curve like this one, you go ahead and use it for this purpose. But if you don't have, you can go ahead and still do that by hand, but it should be something you should look at investing money on. So I'm just going to go ahead and mark my lines, connect my lines like so, from the bust to the affluence like so, and I'll do to the hip point like so. Now you decide if you want a pencil dress or just a regular straight down. So because this is just a basic body skirt, so I'm just going to be marking it a little bit penciled out. Whatever I want to use it for, I'll just go ahead and shaping it to be whatever I want. So I'll just mark that point and I'll connect again to the hem of my dress. So that's why having your curves are important, because it helps you to sort of give you how the body looks like. So now back to the upper side of our dress. Now I'm going to mark my shoulder. So this is our 8-inch point. My shoulder is wider than 8 inches, so I'm going to mark that extra 1 inch here, which will give me 18 inches instead of 16. So I'll mark half of that 18 here as well, which is 9 inches, and I'll go ahead and square out this line. I'll square out this line like so. Then I'm going to find the midpoint of the line like so. I'll mark the midpoint of that line. Then I'll use my French curve to connect from this my bust point now, to connect it to this midpoint here. So I'll just go ahead and do this. So I have my armhole curve. So for the neck depth, you can just go ahead and mark any neck you want, but since it's a basic body, I'm just going to go ahead and mark 3 inches. That's 3 by 3, and I'll connect that as well like so. So I have my neck, and this is our basic dress block, right? So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and you'll be seeing a lot of my creations with these basic bodies blocks. So this is just very easy to draft, and you would be amazed how many designs you can make. You can just make almost anything with this basic blog, right? So if you're going to be using this pattern, tag me on all your recreations, Timi Kenza James on Instagram and Somatize on Facebook. So if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up, guys. Share this video with your friends. Subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed. I mean, I don't know why you don't want to join the family. So see you in my next video, guys. Bye.